All right, so for this next step, you'll basically see we've painstakingly gone through and essentially like picked the bottom of all of our items. And when I say bottom, I mean the part that's essentially going to be like least facing towards the sky or upward. You know, so for like a set of stairs, if the stairs are going to sit like this, you know, basically the angle we're looking for is the absolute bottom of it, the, you know, like the darkest point or whatever. So we just have everything angled like that, except for we're not going to mess with the pipes over here because the pipes are always going to be moved and changed around. So we're not going to have, we're not going to use this technique. We're essentially doing like a zenithal lighting technique, which is like simulating like, you know, like a sun light source or an above light source. And then what we're doing is, instead of just using like black or brown in the shadows, we're going to use like a rich blue, sort of like on the Necromunda Dark Uprising box. So it gives like, you know, like a real deep, dark feel to everything. So that's what we're doing. So we have it's like a navy blue basically, that we're going to go through, and we're just going to hit everything from the underside. All right, so here, as you can see, we have all the bottoms facing us. So when we do this, we want to basically like spray everything as best we can at that angle. So we're sort of like only spraying the bottom. We're not looking for like our normal, you know, like nice even coating. We're literally just looking to go right along this bottom as best we can. And again, it's like the bottom backwards facing edge. And we're just going to hit everything just going across this way specifically. And then we'll flip everything over and we'll do the exact same thing. And then what we'll do is we'll reverse it. So we have the top facing, and then that will hit with a little bit of a lighter shade. And then we'll come through, you know, with the metallic. And you'll see that's a nice rich blue. But we just want to keep it at that one specific angle. But you'll see now it's giving everything a nice blue hue to it, like strong. All right, there we go. Beautiful. And you know, it's definitely looks like it's taking over right now. But keep in mind, you know, we're only looking at it from that one angle. And normally you want to wait and give this plenty of time to dry and everything, but because this is Necromunda, you know, and the Underhive is a dirty, messy place, we're not worried about it in the same way. And we want stuff to be like scratched, and we want there to be like paint smudges, and all that's doing is just like saving us work later on when we try to do like all of our like, you know, weathering and everything basically. But you'll see we're starting to get, you know, as, I don't know, this is probably all out of camera right now, but we're starting to basically get like our different effects with all the different colors. We just got to make sure that we don't blend it all together, you know, so much that we start to like lose the effect that we wanted, you know, and just end up with like all blue or all brown or whatever it is. But, you know, essentially right now, this is all still like the base coat. Some of this stuff, you got to kind of just picture how it's going to be when it's on the board. And like picture which stuff needs to kind of be like rotated and which doesn't. Because a lot of it doesn't need to be rotated. But some of it does. Or does it though? Man, I really like how those look already. I don't think I'm going to do them. I like how those look because they're going to be up against the wall. And I like that it's not getting like I said, the stuff that's up against the wall, I'm not necessarily like, that's kind of like the darker part of it when you're looking at it. So I kind of want that to have like the darker feel to it. So I'm not changing out some of that stuff. Same with like the barricades. I don't want them to have like the dark on the front. You know, I want it more like on the back, so then it'll give like so much more depth when you're looking at the board. So yeah, I think that's basically what we're looking for. You know, effect-wise of the blue. Again, it's going to seem like probably a little more intense or strong at first, but you know, all this stuff is basically going to end up silver here shortly, and then we're actually going to go back through after that, and then you know, we'll be able to, you know, change up the effect even more from there. So, but yeah, that's it for the blue, and we're going to let this dry for a little bit, and then we'll be back shortly.